So we will start in a comfortable seat. We don't need any particular props this evening. Coming into a seat that works for you, that you can sit up nice and tall with some ease. Either eyes closed or fixing your gaze down onto one point. Make any adjustments that you need. If it doesn't feel comfortable, then you need to adjust. And let your seat get very heavy, high down, rooting down. Feel the sit bones touching down. Tailbone lengthens down. So my habit is to kind of lean forward, stick my belly out a little bit. But if that's the case for you, draw the shoulders back, shoulders over the hips, ears over your shoulders. And the shoulders sink down. The crown of the head lifts up. And take a deep inhale through the nose. And then exhale out through the mouth. And do that 2 more times in your own time. Inhale through the nose, sighing out through the mouth. Once more like that, a deep, full inhale. And then exhale. Close the lips. And draw your awareness inwards. And take a moment or two to check in with yourself. Notice how you're doing this evening. Be aware of anything that's coming up for you. Acknowledging all the very subtle sensations that are going on in the body. Sensations that come up through the natural processes at work. You may also be drawn to areas of stiffness, old injuries. It may be something that's nagging in the mind. And there's no need to react, no need to feel that you need to change anything. You're simply observing whatever's coming up for you this evening. And let the awareness move freely, so not lingering anywhere in particular, just acknowledging one thing, moving on to another thing. You're scanning from top to bottom, side to side, front to back, all around. And then when you're ready, just gently shift the attention onto your breath, onto your natural breath. And notice how this feels. Become aware of the different qualities of the breath, the speed, the depth, the texture, where it moves to. Using the breath to focus the mind, and each time you get distracted, each time you notice that the mind has wandered, just quietly bring the focus back to your breath. Following each breath in and each breath out. And we'll start now to deepen the breath. Lengthen your inhale, allow the breath to be a little bit bigger, a bit fuller with the inhale. And then the exhale, the belly draws in and you quite actively press the breath out. So continue to deepen the breath in this way. So the inhale, let the belly, the rib cage, the back, the shoulders expand. You might sit a little bit taller. And then the exhale, feel a sense of grounding down, everything drawing in. So continue to work with this breath, making it a little bit bigger, longer, deeper with the inhale. And then the exhale, follow the whole breath all the way out. And we're just going to sit for 5 rounds of breath like that. Nice full, expansive inhales. And complete exhales. 4 more breaths. Let the breath become quite rounded, getting into all those areas. Just 2 more breaths. Follow the exhale all the way out. Let go of the deep breathing and take a moment just to observe how you're doing, if there's any shifts in the body, in your breath, in your mind. And we'll bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart. And there's an opportunity, if you like, to set an intention. Maybe for this practice, for your week ahead, for this month, this year, whatever it might be. Think of it as a quality that you'd like to manifest, something that you'd like to get out of the practice. So you can use a couple of words, or it might be a strong, positive statement. I am, and you fill in the blank. We'll take an inhale together. Send out your intentions with your exhale. Release your hands down. If you're sitting cross-legged, either just bringing the hands onto your knees, or you can sit with your feet planted, hands on your knees, hands on your shins. And we'll take some seated cat-cow. So your inhale, shift the rib cage forward, so really lean forwards, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift up the chin. Use your exhale to round the back, so really lean back. You can hang on to your knees and then feel rounding from your tailbone through the spine, through your shoulders, through the neck. And we'll flow with the breath. Inhale, rock forwards. Lift the chest, lift the chin. Exhale, rounding back. One more. Inhale, come forwards. Exhale, hand back. And then come to a neutral seat. Lengthen up through the crown. And we're going to fold forwards. So again, tilting forwards, bringing the rib cage forward. So you might stay up on your hands, maybe your forearms come down, but you just need to move to that point of sensation. You start to feel a stretch through the outside of the hips, a release in the lower back, and you can drop the chin to the chest. Take a few deep breaths here. On your next inhale, lift out. Lift the legs across, switch the cross of the legs. Use another inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold forwards. Any amount. You might start up quite high and then just gradually fold in a little bit deeper and drop the chin down. Relax the shoulders. 2 more big breaths here. On your inhale, sit back up. We'll take a side stretch. Right hand down, reach your left hand up, really high up, so you start to feel the stretch through the left side, through the left armpit, and then fold over to your right. Keep your seat heavy down, so sit bones rooting down, the knees might want to pop up, drop them down, and reach up and over, reaching out through your fingertips. 2 more breaths. On your next inhale, we'll float up and over to the other side. Left hand down, right hand high, stretching, then you lean over. And you can turn the head maybe down or to the side, but into a position where the neck and the shoulders are comfortable. On your next inhale, lift back up, move into a twist to the right. Right hand behind, left hand crosses over. Lengthen up on an inhale. Exhale, belly hugs in, and you twist to the right. Drop the shoulders down and take 2 breaths here. So there's that movement. The inhale, you sit a little bit taller. And the exhale, you twist. The next inhale, we'll move over to the left. Left hand behind, right hand crossing over. Inhale to grow tall. Exhale to soften. 2 breaths here. And then come back to center. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then pull your knuckles down towards the floor. Lift the hands away from your bum if you can. If the shoulders are tight, just rest your hands on your hips or your lower back. But opening up the chest, and then again, lift the chin up. Take a couple of breaths here. And then gently release. We're going to come forward to down dog. I'm going to take off my socks at this point. You'll come forward, plant your hands, tuck your toes, lift your hips. And then you can take your time to make any adjustments that you need. You're slowly pedaling out your feet. So remember, as we move through the practice, anytime you need to modify, you go ahead and modify. If you need to rest, you can rest. And use any variations that you like to use. If you need to modify your down dog, you can always come to an all fours position. So this is where you need to be parallel, head above the heart, rather than dropping the head down. If you're making your adjustments in down dog, feel that movement. Feel that stretch into the back of the leg, through your toes, through your feet. And then slow down and come to stillness. Down dog or all fours. So in down dog, really spread the fingers wide and press
the weight back into your legs and keep a little tiny bend in your knees. That's really kind from your hamstrings and your lower back. Use an inhale to come forwards into a plank. So you're either in a high plank or you can drop the knees down. So if you're on all fours, you're moving from all fours to a modified plank. We'll take an inhale here. Use your exhale to slowly bend the elbows, lower all the way down onto your belly. Point the toes, press the tops of the feet down, 3 baby cobras. On your inhale, you hover your hands and lift the chest. Exhale, lower down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift up, legs are strong. Exhale, release. 1 more. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, push up to all fours. Exhale, move back to down dog or stay on all fours. Use an inhale to lift your right leg up. Again, this can be done on all fours. 3-legged dog. Flex the right foot, kick out through the heel, and then square off the hips. The right hip wants to lift up. Drop it down. Pressing into the hands. On your exhale, draw the knee towards the nose, rounding the back like cat pose, and step the right foot through. Give it a helping hand if you need to. The back knee comes down, low lunge. The back knee comes down, sink your hips down, lift your chest up. So either hands on the mat, or if you have blocks, the hands can be on your blocks. We just hold it here for a couple of breaths. And then gently pull back to half split. So the hips shift back and you flex the front foot. If the hamstrings tight, bend the knee rather than pointing the toes. Inhale, lift out of the waist. Exhale, fold in. Couple of breaths here. You're breathing up and down the back of the right leg. Now shift back into that low lunge. Bring your left hand down, either on the mat or on your block, and peel your right hand up to the sky. Reach up. Big stretch. If the shoulders are tight, you could always rest that hand on a hip. Wherever you are, we're twisting to the right. And the twist is coming roughly from the belly button, waistline, to that shoulder, maybe out through the right hand. And the hips keep sinking down. Just 1 more breath here. Good. Now release the top hand down. We're going to step back to a plank. So you might be in a modified plank, you might be in a full plank, or you might have that right leg lifted. So many options. Take an inhale here and use your exhale to lower down onto your belly. Now, either hands under your shoulders, or we're going to interlace the fingers behind the back of the head. And it helps to have your forehead down, interlace the fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift your elbows up, and the legs are strong. And the pubic bone is heavy. On your inhale, lift the chest, lift up your elbows. Exhale, lower down. 2 more. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. 1 more time. Lift up the arms, lift up your head, chest. Exhale, lower down, release the hands under your shoulders. Inhale up to all fours. Exhale, take it back to down dog, or you stay on all fours. And take a couple of breaths here. Second side, either from down dog, or you can come to all fours. Use your inhale to lift your left leg up, 3-legged dog. Kicking out through the heel, left leg is strong. Exhale, knee to nose, round the back. And step it through. Low lunge with the back knee down. So just wriggle that left foot forward. You want the ankle to be under the knee. You want the hips to be sinking down, chest lifting up. And you breathe. Breathe into that strong sensation wherever you're feeling it. And then slowly pulling back to half splits. Flexing the front foot, lengthening out of the waist, and folding back in. So one more breath in. Move back into your lunge. Left foot plants. Bring your right hand under the right shoulder, twisting to your left. Right hand down, left hand high. And then just check what's going on with this right shoulder, not just dumping the weight down. There's a press into the right hand. You lift out of the shoulder and open up. Use your next exhale to release the top hand down. Step back to your plank, high plank, modified plank. Maybe the left leg is lifted. And we'll take an inhale here. Exhale, bend the elbows, lower down. Point the toes, press the tops of the feet down, the legs are strong. On your inhale, start to press into your hands. Roll the shoulders away from your ears and lift up, cobra. You might stay here, you come up any height that feels comfortable for you, and we're holding for a breath or two. So either cobra or upward facing dog. In up dog, the knees and the thighs lift up and the pubic bone draws forwards. Soften the shoulders. Good. Then use your next exhale to shift back to down dog. You can go through your knees or you flip the toes and lift up. Downward facing dog or forwards. And we're here for 5 breaths. And anytime you need to rest, you can come to child's pose or take a comfortable seat. One more breath. Use your next exhale to look forwards and step or hop to the top of the mat, feet to hands. Take a halfway lift, hands on the shins and lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold in, let the head go. On your inhale, we're going to rise all the way up to stand, reach your hands up. Exhale, we twist to the right. Right hand reaches back, left hand reaches forwards. Now feel your footprints on the mat and square off your hips. Your right hip wants to get involved in the twist, so push it forwards. So toes point forwards, hips point forwards, right hand reaching back, left hand reaching forwards. Inhale to lengthen up. Exhale, soften into your twist. Maybe you turn to look at the right thumb. Keep breathing. Your next inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to your left. Right hand forwards, left hand back. Squaring off your hips. And squeeze the shoulder blades together to open the chest. 2 more breaths. Inhale to reach your hands up, upward salute. Exhale to fold forwards. Bend the knees any amount. Inhaling for a halfway lift, flowing through sun A. Exhale, hands down, step or hop back to your plank. Take an inhale here. Exhale, you lower down. Inhale for cobra or up dog, or maybe that cobra with the interlace behind the head if you really want to. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, push up to all fours. Exhale, shift back to down dog or stay on all fours or child's pose. 5 full breaths. Follow each breath in, each breath out. Let your head go. Feel your palms on the mat, fingers spread wide. And push back. Good. Lengthen the spine. Just 2 more breaths. On your next exhale, look forwards. Make your way to the top of the mat and take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise up. Palms touch. Exhale, twist to your right. Right hand back, left hand forwards. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist left. Spread your fingers out. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, bring the hands down, step or hop back to your plank. And take an inhale here. Exhale, lowering down with control. Knees are always a good option. Inhale for your back bend. Lift up through the top of the head. Exhale, shift back to down dog. All fours or child's pose. 5 breaths. When you pause here, let the breath be big, full, spreading into all areas. 2 more breaths. Use your next exhale to look forwards. Make your way to the top of the mat and take a halfway lift. Exhale and fold in. Inhale, you rise up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, reach up, big stretch. Exhale, twist to your left, press the hips forward. Inhale, reach up, palms touch. And exhale to fold in. Take a halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Take it back to your plank. And inhale here. Exhale, the elbows bend and you lower down. Inhaling cobra or up dog. Exhale, take it back to down dog or all fours. Use your next inhale to lift the right leg up, 3-legged dog. This can be done on all fours. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the right foot through and drop the back knee down. Low lunge. Inhale here. Exhale back to half splits. Inhale to come forwards, low lunge. Left hand down, right hand high, twisting. Now you can stay here Or we'll go for the quad stretch, bending the back knee, the left heel coming in towards your butt, maybe the right hand to the left foot. Remember that block is really useful under the left hand, makes it much more accessible. The hips keep sinking, the chest keeps lifting, and the right shoulder opens up. Lift your chin, look up, open up, and check in with that left shoulder, not just dumping the weight down, but pressing into your left hand. And tell that quad, that left hip flexor to release. Maybe just mentally, not out loud. One more breath. Then we release both hands down. And you kick back to a three-legged dog. Lift the back knee. Kick the right leg high, up and back. Now, give the leg a shake out. Now you can choose. You can rest in down dog or child's pose or all fours, or you can move through the optional vinyasa, possibly with the right leg floating. Your choice. High plank on an inhale. Exhale, lower with control. Good. Inhale, lift up into your back bend. Any back bend. Exhale, you shift back to down dog. Take an inhale through the nose and a sigh out through the mouth. Two more breaths and we go on to the second side. From down dog or all fours. Inhale, lift your left leg up, three-legged dog. The rest of that structure stays just as it was. Both arms are straight and strong, hips square. Exhale, knee to nose. Step the left foot through. Left ankle under the left knee. Take an inhale here to lengthen. Exhale, shift back, half splits. Inhale, you rock back forwards into that low lunge. Plant the right hand under the right shoulder. Reach your left hand up. Either stay here. At any point the shoulder gets tired, you can rest that hand onto your hip. You stay here or bend the right knee. Hug that heel in towards your bum. See if you can bring the left hand to the right foot and then sink the hips back down. Lengthen through the torso. Twist. The chest opens up to your left and press into the right hand. Couple more big breaths here. Now release both hands down onto the mat. Kick back to your three-legged dog, left leg high. Three-legged dog, or again, you can do that on all fours. Get the shake out, get the blood flowing. And then you choose rest or move through your vinyasa. One breath, one movement. Inhaling to a plank. Exhale, lowering with control. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, belly draws in and you press back to downward facing dog. Take 3 more full breaths. So wherever you are, the focus is on the breath. On your next exhale, look forward. If you're going to do the little hop forwards, try and land with the knees inside the arms and the hips high. Exhale, fold in and release. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands to heart. Close your eyes. Smooth out the breath. And recall your intention. Release the arms by your sides. Either the big toes touch or the feet are roughly hip width. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sit down into chair pose. Feel your feet on the mat, toes are nice and long, not holding on. And if anything, you take the weight a little bit into your heels. And when the legs are together, squeeze them together. We're going to move the arms. On your inhale, swing the arms down by your sides, the little fingers draw up towards the ceiling, and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Exhale, you reach back up. Inhale, arms by your sides, open chest. Exhale, reach up. One more, inhale. And exhale. Stay here. Take another inhale. Exhale to fold in. And step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee towards the nose and step the right foot through. Coming into a crescent lunge, so feel your feet on the mat, back leg is strong. We're going to rise up, reach your hands up. If you feel wobbly, you can always bring the hands to the hips or drop the back knee down. Stabilize here, relax the shoulders, fix the gaze onto one spot. Bring the hands to the heart. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, we twist to the right and hook the left elbow over the right knee. If this is not great for you, open twist, left hand down, right hand high. So you're either here, maybe with the back knee down, or you're here in a prayer twist. In your prayer twist, press the palms. Open the right shoulder up. Maybe you look up, but check in with the shoulders and the neck. Take one more full breath here. We're going to use the inhale to open into warrior two. Windmill the arms around, drop your back heel down, and reach the hands away from each other. Deep bend in the front knee. And a press into the back foot. We're not leaning forwards or backwards. The shoulders are over the hips. And you're breathing. And then check in with the belly and the bum. You want everything to draw in, not bum sticking out. Good. Now work the front leg towards straight. And we're going to shift into triangle pose. So if you need to, you step the back foot in a little bit, start to reach forwards. Then bring the right hand down, left hand high, and open up. Now you can stay as you are, or you bring your top arm by your top ear, reaching. You can stay here, or bring your bottom arm by your bottom ear. And then imagine that you're holding on to something that's lifting you up. And take two more big breaths. Legs are strong. Core is strong. On your next exhale, look down. Bend the front knee and place your hands down. You're back in your lunge. Kick back, three-legged dog. Bend the right knee. Point the knee up towards the ceiling. See if you can stack that right hip. Inhale, extend the right leg. Now you choose rest in down dog or child's pose or flow through your vinyasa. One breath, one movement, no rush, no race. Tops of the feet press down for your back bend. And we meet in down dog. So you have a choice here, either down dog, or you might want to come down to dolphin. So dolphin, you bring your forearms onto the mat, either press the palms in or bring the palms to touch. I like to interlace my fingers, which might be cheating a little bit, but that's what works for me. You can bend your knees and press back. So that is optional, dolphin pose. Pressing into the forearms, shoulders away from the ears, and looking back towards your legs. Couple more breaths. If you're in dolphin, maybe you can press into both of your hands and lift your elbows up. Maybe not. Meeting in downward facing dog for all fours, and we move on to the second side. Inhale, lift your left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step it through. Feel your feet on the mat, and we lift up for a crescent lunge. Either hands high, hands to heart, hands to hips. Always the option to drop the back knee down. And everybody bring the hands to the heart. Inhale, lift up through the crown. Exhale, twisting to your left, either hooking the elbow, prayer twist, or right hand down, left hand reaches up. Shoulders away from the ears, belly away from that front thigh. And if the prayer twist is not good for you, take that nice open twist. Right hand down, left hand up. Yeah. Good. Now the next inhale, we're going to move into warrior two. So bring the back heel down, windmill the arms open, warrior two. Make your adjustments, settle in. The hips really heavy down, and the shoulders are over the hips. Gaze over the left hand. One more breath. Use an inhale to straighten the front leg. Shorten the stance if you need to. Move into triangle. You're reaching forwards, lengthening through both sides. Then the left hand comes down and the right hand reaches up. And take a tiny bend in both of the knees. So not just locking the joints and hanging out, but engaging the muscles. Stay here or reach your right arm over the right ear. Stay here or left arm by the left ear. That doesn't mean that you're collapsing. Everything's lifting up. Two more breaths. Strong legs, strong core, pelvic floors lifting. On your next exhale, look down, bend the front knee, bring your hands down and kick back. Three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, stack the hips. Now that left shoulder wants to pop up, square the shoulders off and lift the left knee a little bit higher. Kick out through the left heel, Three-legged dog, and then you choose rest or move through your flow. Whatever you need at this point. We meet in down dog. If you're ready or forced, take an inhale through the nose and a big sigh out through the mouth. On your next exhale, look forwards and step or hop through to seated. Plant the feet at the top of the mat, either holding onto your shins or reaching the arms forwards and not collapsing but lifting up. So the core is engaged. You're going to slowly start to curl all the way down. The core is engaged, rolling down. See if you can control the descent, any amount. And once you're down, bring your knees in. Give them a squeeze. A rock from side to side. And then come to stillness. Notice how it feels to be lying down. Observe the effects of your practice so far. And then we're going to take the knees wide towards your armpits for happy baby. So you can stay like this, or you bring your feet, soles of the feet parallel to the ceiling. You might grab on behind your knees or to the outside edges of your feet, maybe your ankles. And then push your bum down. The bum wants to curl up. So press that down. Draw your shoulders down. There is an active pull down with your hands. So there's some compression through the hips. And you can stay still or start to gently rock side to side. And everybody come to stillness, release the grip, and bring your feet down onto the mat in bridge position. And just take a moment, let that settle. Now the feet are hip width and parallel, and you should just be able to tap your heels with the tips of the middle fingers for bridge. But often people's feet come really wide to the edges of the mat, but nobody's hips are generally that wide. So bring them in, hip width, parallel. If you have full wheel in your practice, if that's something you want to do this evening, you're welcome to. I will cue bridge. Now, arms long by your sides, palms pressing down. Use an inhale to push into your feet. The hips start to lift up. Push into your arms, into your shoulders, and then wriggle the shoulder blades towards each other. Now you can stay with the hands pressing down, or you take an interlace behind the back. And if the fingers are interlaced, then pull your knuckles down towards your heels and the arms are straight, the arms pressing into the mat, everything pressing down to get that extra lift up. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Can you lift up a little bit higher? Now, engage the core. Start to lower the hips back down. Soles of the feet together and the knees open up wide. And breathe into it. Bring the knees back together. We'll take another round of bridge, of realigning the feet, bridge or wheel if you wish. Inhale to press down and lift up. Think about lifting your chin up to the ceiling. So we want to keep the natural curve in the back of the neck, and the back of the head and the shoulders are pressing down. The hips lift up, with your tailbone is lengthening towards your knees. And we're here for 2 more big breaths. As you're ready, move the arms out of the way, slowly release down. Soles of the feet together, knees open wide. And if this position is intense, you can always shift the feet further down the mat. You could use blocks or pillows to support your thighs, or just extend the legs out. Let the breath stabilize, let the heart rate steady. Now you have options. You are welcome to stay just as you are, or take another back bend, bridge or wheel, or legs up the fake wall, or maybe move to the wall or your bed and you extend the legs up, or hook the legs over a chair or your bed or sofa, wherever you are. Or you can take a shoulder stand if that's what you want to do this evening. I'm not going to demo the shoulder stand, but if you wanted to move into it, you bring your toes overhead, support your back with your hands, and then point the toes up to the ceiling. I will take legs up the wall because that's a nice, easy, restorative pose. I like to use my hands to support under my sacrum, really, to tip the pelvis up. And then the legs just hover. If you want to move over to a piece of furniture or wall, go ahead. And we'll stay for a minute or so, wherever you are. When your shoulder stand, even there, you're keeping that natural curve in the back of the neck. So you want to press the back of the head down, press into your shoulders. The chin is straight up, the gaze goes straight up. Don't look around, don't tuck the chin down. So if you are in a shoulder stand, start to think about coming out by bringing your toes overhead. And if the toes don't quite touch down behind you, you can bring your knees into your forehead. And if you're in that position, either keep your hands supporting your back or press your palms into the mat.
And then you slowly curl the spine down. And then everybody kick out through your heels. If you're in legs up, the fake will move your hands away from your back. And everybody lower the long, straight legs all the way down, down, down onto the floor. And then quietly bring your knees in. Take those little movements that you need. And then we're going to move into a twist. So you're always welcome to take the twist that you enjoy. A simple twist, bring your tiptoes down, bump the hips to the left, and roll the knees to the right. So bumping the hips over lets you stack the hips up. And then reach that left hand out, like when we were twisting, when we were standing up. Left arm reaches out, left shoulder blades draws onto your back. You can use that right elbow to kind of budge yourself over a little bit. Turn the head to the left. And then scan through the body, let everything release, no effort required. And we'll take 3 deep breaths. And bring your knees back to center. Draw them in to neutralize the spine, and we'll switch sides. So bump the hips to the right, roll your knees to the left, wriggle that bottom hip underneath, and extend the right arm out to the side. So sometimes this arm kind of just hovers. So windmill it around, find that position where it's comfortable and it's resting on the floor. Let the head roll to the right. And take those 3 big breaths. And come back to center. Give the knees a squeeze in. And then as you're ready, move into Shavasana, the final pose. The legs extend long, feet come wide, arms down by your sides. If it's more comfortable for your back, you might want to keep the knees bent. You might want to use a pillow under the back of the knees. And you arrange yourself, adjust yourself so it feels comfortable for you. The eyes and the mouth softly closed. Allowing the whole body just to settle in and come to stillness. Feel the whole body heavy into the ground. Let go of any physical tension. Let go of your breath. Come back to the natural rhythm. We'll take a few minutes to be still and quiet. And I will let you know when it's time to come out of the practice. Feel free to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. If you're ready to come out of the practice, start to deepen your breath. Move the fingers and toes, wrists and ankles, and any other movement that feels natural for you to come out of the practice. And drawing your knees in, roll over to one side and make your way up to sit. And we take the hands into prayer in front of the heart. Finding that comfortable seat that allows you to sit up nice and tall. And still, the stillness allows you to look inwards, to acknowledge your practice, to feel the benefits of the practice, anything that it might have brought to you this evening. We'll take the thumbs to the third eye between the eyebrows. And remember your intention. And take that with you this evening. You bow the head to the heart to seal the practice. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. It was lovely to have you all, and as I've said, I will be definitely up for the next few Mondays through May, so feel free to join at any point. Have a wonderful week. Thank you.
Thanks, Katie. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Dorinda was still